Okay, sorry about that. I actually lost connection and the new S7 edges, for some reason, if you accidentally touch the edge, it will shut everything off on you. So that's my fault. Okay, here's your motivation for today. You get up, you get started. What did you set your goals for this week? What are your goals? Think about that for a second. What did you make your goals for this week? I'm going to give you a second to think about that. What are your goals for this week? What did you want to accomplish this week that are different or that you need to get accomplished? What are your goals for this week? All right? Whatever your goals are for this week, I want you to add another goal to that, okay? The reason why is because you can accomplish that goal. If you only have one goal for this week, that means you can do two things. Now, when you set yourself up for that goal, don't set yourself up so high that you don't make the goal, but don't set yourself so low that it's so easy to get. You've got to be right in the middle somewhere, okay? You need to first believe in yourself. Two, you need to get up, you need to plan. Okay, whatever that goal is, you need to plan on how you're going to accomplish it. Sometimes you got to take about 30 minutes or an hour to plan on how you're going to accomplish those goals for this week. A lot of people, they go out and they don't know how they're going to get the goal. So sit down with a pen and paper and write out that goal. Write what you're going to do, write how you're going to do it. Believe it or not, when you write it out, now all of a sudden you're telling your brain that I'm going to do this. Now all of a sudden it's trapped in your brain because you wrote it down. Write down your goals every day. If you don't write down your goals every day, then you might not accomplish your goals every day. But if you write down your goals every day, you're going to remember. Then you're going to have that list with you. And then you're going to go out and you're going to basically slam that goal until it's done. Then you're going to go for the next goal. Okay, you're going to find out whether it's running, whether it's business, whether you're going out to sign up another membership. If you write down your goals, you will accomplish those goals. Why? Because now you have it set in stone in your brain that you have to accomplish those goals. Now, after you write down the goals, you've got to think about it. Okay, now what's your approach? Write down what your approach is going to be. Write down if you're going to run today, how many miles you're going to run. Write down if you're going to walk a block or two. You might have told everybody, I'm going to get back in shape. That's not a goal. Just because you tell people you're going to do something doesn't mean you're going to do it. And don't sit there and convince yourself because I told 20 people I'm going to go out and I'm going to get in shape, that means you're going to go out and get in shape, because it's not. Okay? What's going to get you in shape is when you tell yourself you're going to get in shape and you write it down. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk a block today. Tomorrow I'm going to run that block and I'm going to walk the second block. Tomorrow I'm going to run the first and the second block and run the third block. Then at each block, I'm going to drop down and do 10 push-ups each day. These are small goals you can do. Now, I'm just giving examples. Okay, if you're going to go out and talk to somebody in a business, you have to believe in what you're talking about. I do a thing where I actually save people's lives. I go out there and let the business know how I can help them. And I make sure they understand that. If they say yes or no, it doesn't matter. I'm confident in what we do as a business that I know that I'm offering the best product on the market today. Just like no matter what you're doing, you should be knowing that you offer the best product. Or if you're working at a store, or if you're working in an insurance company or real estate, or if you are a police officer or a firefighter, that you know that what you're doing right now is the best there is. And that's what you have to tell yourself. And then when you go out and do it, you have to execute what you put down on that paper. Okay, motivation does not just come to you because you're like, oh, I'm going to be motivated, Ed. Now let me go ahead and sag my head. You know, the nicer you are to people, the more motivated you are. You know, I know something, I don't know if that's fact or theory, but every time I'm nice to people, I'm motivated. Every time somebody gives me a compliment, I get motivated. Every time that I give somebody else a compliment and they get motivated, I get even more motivated. Here's the difference. You have to put one foot in front of the other. God gave us 2 feet to go forward, because not backward, because we're always got to move forward. If you fall, get back up. If somebody tells you no, keep going until somebody tells you yes. Don't get discouraged. It's kind of like music. Not everybody listens to the same music. And if you want to convince somebody they need to listen to rock and roll when they listen to country, they're probably not going to listen to rock and roll. On the other hand, if you listen to rap and somebody listens to country, they're probably not going to listen to country. You got to understand that people are all different. You have to approach people the way you want to be approached. All right? You have to understand that not everybody is going to be acceptable of what you're doing. All right? There's a lot of people in the world. Now, this is not a sales pitch by any means. This is just telling you how to be motivated and take criticism. If you can't take criticism, then you're right. Then you're never going to get motivated. You know what? Getting out of bed means you have to face life. Life is like this. Do it 1 foot at a time, one person at a time. If you're around your friends who are all negative and downing on your dreams and they don't want to do anything for you and they don't care what goes on, you need new friends. Seriously, get new friends if your friends, all they do is know how to trash talk. If all your friends know how to do is be negative, curse all the time, use slander, and always have to down somebody, you need to get new friends, because that friend's going to hold you back. Because guess what? The second they have nobody else to down on except you, they're going to go after you. The reason why is because those are the type of people that have to live off other people's fear. They have to live off other people's negativity. Get new friends if your friends are negative. As simple as that. Now, here's another tip. Whenever you're doing something, do not multitask. Do not tell everybody I'm a world-class multitasker, because you know what? Somebody like me, who's out in the world every day, that's successful, that sits there and does one thing at a time, I know that if you multitask, you're never going to give 100% to one thing at a time. In fact, you're probably only going to give 30% to each thing and think you did a great job, when actually you did a terrible job. I would rather you spend time on one thing at a time than give me 30%. The reason why is because you deserve it. You yourself deserve giving 100% to each thing you do. When you're with your kids, do you only want to give them 30% or do you want to give them 100%? Okay? If your kid's in the bathtub and all of a sudden you're multitasking, that kid starts to drown, you only give them 30%, how do you know they're not drowning? See, you're going to drown yourself if you do not learn to do one task at a time. Multitasking is one of the worst things you can do. I guarantee you it is. And if you keep multitasking and you get used to multitasking, that means you're not giving 100% to what you are putting into. All right? Now, I'm just one person, and these are just my viewpoints and my goals, but I've read enough books to know what is right and what is wrong. I've read enough to know that these different authors have been out there in the world learning and doing over and over and over again what I sit there and tell you guys. All right? Now, if you have a mentor in life, you need to get up with that mentor to help them challenge you, to help push you to the next level, okay? If you're going to swim across the Mississippi River, you can't just go and swim across the Mississippi River. You've got to get motivated, you've got to practice, you've got to get in shape, and then you can do it. You also have to know about the current, the tide, and everything else. But it doesn't mean it's not impossible. I'm just giving an example because I'm right here at the Mississippi River, and it looks like the other end's just right there. Problem is, when you get halfway out, you're going to be tired. You're not going to see the starting line, and you're not going to see the finish line. And what are you going to do? You're going to give up, float on your back, and hope somebody comes out and gets you. Okay? That's called the middle. You don't see the beginning, and you don't see the end anymore. All you will see, because you're so tired, is all you're going to see is the middle. You're going to look up and see the bridge and be like, man, I just can't see the end in sight, because your body's going to tell you to stop. Your mind's going to tell you to stop. Your heart is the only thing that's going to tell you to keep moving, keep pushing on. If you're in a race, if you're in a marathon, if whatever you're running for, a lot of these people, they give up and they're running for cancer or they're running for the military and they give up in the middle of a race. The thing about it is, you're not in it for the race. You're in it to raise awareness, which means your heart is sitting there telling you, keep going. All you have to do is finish. That's the point of those races, is just to finish, to show and give people hope in areas where they need hope. All right? So remember, whenever you want to go get workout, whenever you want to get in shape, whenever you want to do something, whenever you want more business, whenever you want to sign up more members, you have to keep the course. You have to keep going, whether your mind tells you to stop or not. You've got to go off what your heart's telling you. You have to believe in what you're doing and do it for the right reasons. 22 veterans a day are dying every day because they're giving up hope. Or somebody gave them some kind of false hope that now they've set their goals so high they don't think they can ever meet you. They can never make them. Sorry. Look, every day, part of life is what we do. You need to get up, get motivated, get going. I had somebody the other day, they didn't understand what I meant by motivation. I understand the Marine Corps. We say, are you motivated all the time? Or get motivated. Motivation is basically getting your blood going. Basically getting your excitement levels high and basically living 100% of what you've got inside of you. Okay? Motivation comes from within. You need to motivate yourself to get out of bed, get running, get going, and keep moving. The faster you move, the better you'll be. Now, that you have to go at your own pace. You're not going to be able, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to beat no Michael Phelps in the water anytime soon. But that doesn't mean I cannot finish the race that I'm in. Look, business is a race. Working out is a race. Everything we do is a race. There's a starting line and there's a finish line. Even in life is a race. You're born, which you'll never remember, and you die, which you'll never remember. You got the starting line, you got the finish line. You must keep going in the middle. The middle is the most important part because that's the part that you gotta have your belief in. That's the part where you can't see the front, you can't see the back. All you can see is where you're at. It's dark in the front and dark in the back. Your belief system is what's gonna get you through. And remember, if you write this stuff down, you can see it on paper. You can see the starting line and finish line. So if you're in the middle somewhere and your goals are set for up here, you can look at your goals on paper and see them. You might not be able to see it when you're out there doing it, but you look at your goal saying, okay, I've got to hit 10 people. So you're on number 5. Well, you don't see that first person and you don't see that 10th person, but you look at your paper and you see where you're marking it off and you're getting closer and closer. You're keeping a diagram of your goals. But if you do not have that diagram down, like, man, did I go to 4 or 5? Or, man, they all said, then you're going to get depressed and you're going to stop. You're going to quit. You cannot quit. You cannot stop. You must keep the pace. You must keep going. There is a gray area in life, and that gray area depends on if you're going to win or lose. Winning and losing means if you're going to finish or if you're going to stop and just go belly up. Look, you're going to get knocked down. That's the given. Anything you do, you're going to get knocked down. You can tell somebody to go to a certain movie because you loved it. They're going to come back and say, oh, that movie sucked, man. I can't believe you liked that movie. Well, that just knocked you down. The problem is you're not going to care because you don't care whether or not they like that movie or not, but just because you offered it to them. That's how you got to look at life. Who cares what they think? As long as you believe in it and as long as you liked it is what matters. And eventually you're going to find a whole bunch of people that like that movie. And look at the Star Wars following, okay? How many people grew up being Star Wars fans, yet then you got this other group of people that make fun of Star Wars fans like the big nerds they are. Yet it is the #1 grossing movie of all times. And it's still being made today. So those people, they can basically, who cares if they liked it or not? What matters is you believed in it. If you are running a race and everybody tells you, I can't run no marathon. Oh my God, you're stupid for running that marathon. Oh my God, even though it's only a half marathon or just a couple miles. But you get in there and you run it and you tell them this was great. Guess what? At the end of that marathon, you're going to feel great because you finished it. And you want to know something? You're going to go back to them and they're like, man, that marathon sucked. I would never want to do it. And you're right. You can tell them you're right. You wouldn't do it. Because my heart got me through to the end and I actually made it to the end of that marathon. I didn't take first, I took dead last, but guess what? I finished when you didn't even compete. Why didn't you compete? Because you didn't believe in yourself to be able to finish. See, you have to believe in yourself to finish. That's what God wants us to do. That's what everybody, they need us to believe in ourselves. And when you believe in yourself and you save yourself, then you can save other people. But if you're drowning, and you try to save somebody, all you're going to do is cause them to drown also. You're going to pull them under with you. You have to save yourself and save yourself first. There's only one path to heaven. Now, I'm not going to go into religious or anything like that. I'm just giving you an example that guess what? You have to believe in yourself. You have to be motivated. You have to get out of bed every single day, call up your friends, call up your family, and do what's right for yourself. Do not go along with all the negative people. If your mission in life is just to quit smoking, then stop smoking. And every time you see a pack of cigarettes, stomp on them. Every time you see a friend buying cigarettes, go get a new friend. Do whatever it takes to stop smoking. But if you get around the wrong people and you're going to drink and smoke with them because that's what they do, then you need to get around other people. If you're around negative people and you know they're going to keep you from your dreams, get around new people. If you go to church every day but don't feel, like it's helping, well, then the people around you are not helping the situation out. That's what churches are for. If the people aren't helping you, get a new church. Go and try to talk to somebody else. Like I said, if you're doing something that's not working, you have the motivation to do what can work and what will work. Only you determine your destiny. Now, my destiny every day is try my best to keep military men and women from killing each other. And I don't mean each other. I'm talking about they're committing suicide every day. My mission in life is to try to find veterans and people that need jobs. My job in life is to save as many people as I can. Now, guess what? You think that's not a hard task? That is one of the most difficult tasks there are because guess what? Men and women in the military, they're not reaching out for help because they don't think there is help. So we have to go find them. But being kind to somebody, kindness will help anybody and everybody. If you want to get motivated, go out and be nice to somebody. Go out and shake the hands of a police officer, shake the hands of a nurse, shake the hands of a firefighter and let them know, hey, you matter. Thank you for giving your all. Let the heroes know they're heroes. Let the men and women in uniform, the police officers, firefighters, the school teachers, let them know they're heroes and motivate them. Because guess what? They're out there, and if you need help, they're going to come, whether you like them or not. But if you keep kicking them when they're down, do you think they would really ever come? Or after a while, do you think they're going to come to certain neighborhoods if they know every time they go to that neighborhood, they're going to be shot at? Look, the fact is we need to start treating each other with kindness. Go out there. If you want to get motivated, be nice to people. Shake people's hand. Tell them, hey, I love you. Hey, you're great. Hey, you're awesome. Go out there and motivate them, but you got to mean it. And on days you're not feeling like it, you got to fake the funk, everybody. You got to go out there and do it anyway. You know why? Because that person you just shook their hand of could have been one of those ones that was going to go home and kill themselves that day. That person that you just got a hug and said, I love you, may have just found out the day before that they have a terminal illness and they don't know what to do. Some of those people that need our kindness the most are the ones that look like they do not want kindness because they're afraid. But if you show them, hey, look, I don't care if you're afraid, scared, or whatnot, I'm here, I'm not going nowhere, thank you, you're my friend, you could change that person's life. Be a person that changes somebody's life today. Hold out your hand, be welcoming, be loving. You want to know something? That doesn't cost money to treat people with respect. It doesn't cost money to see if somebody's being bullied, to go up and tell that person, hey, I'm not going to bully you. What they did was wrong. Let's go, and let's walk over this way. You want to know something? It doesn't take too much to be kind. It doesn't too much to be a little bit loving. Get motivated every day to go help people. And that's my motivational speak today. Get out there every day, be kind, and be motivating so other people, you could save their life today. Or you can help them get that promotion. Or you can help them get ahead in life. All you got to do is be kind, people. Love each other. Show a little kindness. Show a little respect. Call up your military brothers and sisters. Ask them how they're doing. Call up a family member. Ask them how they're doing. Most of all, just be kind. Be gentle. Me, I know I'm a very high energy person. I know I've got energy all the time. You don't have to have energy all the time, just when it matters the most. Look, be who you are. Be who you are supposed to be. If you're rude and mean and you're constantly talking negative, you need to change your lifestyle. You need to get around new people. Get a different job if their job is what's holding you back. But most of all, just be kind. Be kind to people, be kind to each other, but freaking get motivated. Get out there. Get running. Get doing jumping jacks. Go and support a cause. Volunteer. Okay? Whether it's for kids or adults or veterans, do something that you can be humble and you ask nothing in return other than you want to do something nice for somebody. That's the best thing to do. Do something nice for somebody. And never ask anything in return. If your whole mission in life is to help people, but you're asking for stuff in return and you're hoping to get something, you're going to never get anything. And when you do get it, you're going to be the only one at the top. And no one else is going to want to be up there with you because you know what? You were in it for yourself. You got to be in it for other people. Anyway, my name's Jeffrey Jansen. Today is Monday Motivation. I don't know if I helped anybody or not, but get out there. Be better today. Do your best. Love each other. Protect each other. Thank the police officers for being heroes. Thank the firefighters, the school teachers, the nurses are all being heroes. Read to your kids tonight. Just be good. Be great. And know this, you matter. You have made a difference. And you motivate me. My name's Jeff Jansen. I'm talking to you from the beautiful city of Quincy, Illinois on the Mississippi River. And if you ever need anything, just get a hold of me. Bye, everybody.